Net Promoter rocks, we use it every day. Did we wow the customer? It tells us what they say. Quantifies their happiness, which pleases Tony Hsieh. Thank you, NPS, for showing us the way. Thank you, NPS.
Much of my career has been a search for companies who are superstars in loyalty, and I didn't expect to find a superstar in the internet space because so many of these firms are trying to crush costs down. They don't want their customers to call them, they just want robots to do everything, and they'd love a couple of accountants and a robot, and that's their business. Well, Tony said, no, we try to encourage our customers to call our employees. And I said, doesn't that add costs? He says, no, the whole idea is to wow customers. And until they meet us and understand our culture, what our values are, it's very hard for us to differentiate ourselves. The CEO of Amazon said, I get weak in the knees every time I see a customer-obsessed company. And when he saw Zappos, he went really weak in the knees.
I'm personally not a shoe person. I used to wear one pair of shoes for 2 years and then just buy the same pair again after there were too many holes in it. So for me, my passion has never been about shoes. It's about service and culture. If you can figure out how to make employees happy and how to make customers happy, then the business kind of just takes care of itself. It's just about delivering happiness, whether it's to employees or customers. And having fun is one element of what makes people happy.
Oh, hey there. You've worked too much overtime?
That's right, I put all the wow in your service. Make sure you get the right one. And everything we do at Zappos is happy. 24/7, 365 days a year. We pay all your shipping for you and return.
We are Zappos!
We're all about trying to deliver happiness, but if we're only focused on what would make an individual happy today or say in the next 5 minutes, inject them with heroin and they'll be happy for those 5 minutes, but you keep doing that over and over again, it's going to have long-term negative consequences. And so we kind of take the same philosophy with discounting or couponing, for example. We don't offer any blanket discounts or promotions because it's like a drug. You'll get a bump in the short term, but in the long term, it teaches your customers to not buy from you unless they get a discount. And it teaches them to value the monetary relationship instead of the actual personal relationship.
At Zappos, we use NPS every day to make sure we're wowing both our customers and our employees.
I think it was in 2007 we actually read the book The Ultimate Question and immediately fell in love with NPS.
We actually send our customers an email that allows them to answer our survey questions. Of course, our first question is the ultimate question indeed, like it's how likely would you be to recommend Zappos?
We found that it's crucial, and it's this key connector that I think most people haven't realized, which is the connection between customer service and profits. To draw that connection between the two, NPS unites them perfectly.
When you face your customer experiences with the intent to make a connection, with the intent to make it memorable, to even follow up that experience with like a card, a thank you card, those things create a situation where it's very easy to get 9s and 10s.
The cliche golden rule, I think it applies to the utmost here, and I can't really explain it as a brand. It's more of just a way of life here.
Even if we only help 1 or 2, 3 customers a day and 2-hour-long calls, I think at the end of the day, that one super happy customer is, to me, more important than helping 90.
We do a surprise upgrade for a lot of them to overnight shipping, and so a lot of customers might order as late as midnight Eastern, and then it's on their doorsteps the next day. It's very expensive for us, but our goal is to build these personal emotional connections, and that's a very emotional experience, just being surprised and getting that package the next day.
They think they're going to get it in 2 days. They're going to get it the next morning before they even get out of bed. And they're going to call Vegas and tell them how quick and fast we are. And accurate.
Our whole philosophy is, let's take most of the money that we would have spent on marketing and instead invest in the customer experience and then let our customers do the marketing for us. So over the past 10 years, we've basically grown from no sales to last year we did over $1 billion in gross merchandise sales, and the number one driver of that growth has been through repeat customers and word of mouth. You know, there's lots of consultants and books that talk about you can motivate employees through incentives, but for us, there's a big difference between motivation and inspiration. And inspiration comes from within, and we really focus more on the inspiration.
I am happy!
Another box of happiness.
This is not just about how do you make Zappos a great business, but how do you actually change the world and make it a better place.